Inside EKU Sports, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Order Jimmy John's sandwich delivery today. Jimmy John's, freaky fast, freaky fresh. Welcome to Inside EKU Sports, a production of EKU Athletics. It's spring. Spring sports are in full gear now, and Ben Fisher, a senior with the baseball team, joins us as the baseball team has 3 big games against Tennessee Martin this weekend in your new stadium. You got to be excited about that.
Yes, sir. I'm excited to get back at home and playing under the lights finally. 6 o'clock game time this Friday, so I'm really excited for that.
Ben is a first baseman, as we said, played at Madison Central right here in Richmond, and you've been crushing the ball. You have 13 home runs this year, 27 in your career. Really seeing it well at the plate right now.
Yes, sir. I've just kind of been building on it for my 4 years now and seen a lot of the work that I've put in come out in results. So I'm really happy with that, but I'm just excited to see where the rest of the year takes us.
Talked to Coach Thompson after one of the games after you beat Northern Kentucky last week. He said the difference in you this year is you're more disciplined at the plate. Do you feel that at the plate?
Yes, sir. I know that Coach Thompson has worked with me and the other coaches as well on pitch selection and making sure that I'm swinging at the right pitches and having the proper approach at the plate. And I've seen that development that Coach T and I have worked on play out, especially recently. So I give a lot of credit to him for helping me out in that area.
Ben has a GPA that's just 1B below perfect, and you're a biology major. You got the OBC Scholar Athlete Award last year, which is the highest individual academic award somebody can win in the OBC. So after college, what's your future with that great degree?
I plan on attending physical therapy school. It's kind of up in the air where I plan on attending at the moment, but I'm really excited and might even have opportunity to come back and work with some type of athletic field. So I'm really excited to just kind of take what I've done on the field and put that in a clinic or on, working with other athletes.
I'm so impressed with how athletes who, sometimes playing a sport it can be a full-time job, how you balance academics and athletics. What's your approach to it, man?
Well, I think that is one of the most difficult things as a student athlete is kind of just weighing out your time. And so it's really just making sure that you use your time well, whether it be on the bus or, making sure that you go home after practice and get a few minutes studying in or whatever that may be. And I know that, rest is a huge part too. So some of those late nights you kind of have to make up for it and decide whether you want to get the little extra hours of sleep or do well on the test the next day. But I think I've just been able to really weigh out my time well and, I said, use it.
The games against Tennessee Martin, you're 13-12 as a team overall. You need wins in the OVC after losing 2 series to start. So this is a pretty crucial one against the Skyhawks.
It's going to be a big series this weekend. I know that we're going to have to come out with a little bit different mentality this weekend, but I know that our coaches will have us prepared well for it.
All right, Ben, good luck against the Skyhawks the rest of the season. Keep hitting it out of the park.
Thank you so much.
All right, so here's the schedule this week. Tennessee Martin, as Ben said, 6 o'clock Friday under the lights at the new Earl Combs Stadium. It'll be a 2 o'clock start on Saturday. First pitch on Sunday will be at 1 o'clock. And when we come back, we're going to check in with the EKU men's golf team, and we'll look at a luncheon that honored trailblazers in women's athletics at EKU.
In a world where one hungry boss
There better be food out there or you're all fired.
could cost an entire office their jobs,
Who ordered the food?
and time is running out.
Someone has to take the fall.
Tom orders on Tuesday.
Today isn't Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday? We're all fired!
It'll take one intern and his trusted mobile app to save the day. Freaky fast at a Jimmy John's near you.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
One of the most accomplished coaches in the history of EKU athletics and the Ohio Valley Conference was honored at the Championing Women's Athletics Luncheon Thursday. Sandy Martin is the only coach in OVC history to win Coach of the Year awards in 3 different sports: golf, tennis, and track and field. Former EKU women's basketball coach and Columbia Athletics Administrator Dr. Diane Murphy was the keynote speaker, and former student athletes Rachel Vick and Nikki Avery also shared messages. This is the second year for the luncheon, celebrating the legacy of female athletes at EKU. And now time to talk men's golf on Inside EKU Sports. 2 third-place finishes out of 4 tournaments this spring for Pat Stevens' club, and at the Kings Mill Intercollegiate in Williamsburg, you finished 3rd in a very strong field.
We sure did. It was 22 teams. If we had got off to a better start, Greg, I think it'd been a different story. Our last 2 rounds, under par, only scores under par during the tournament. I got to play with Penn State and Tennessee and Louisville, and I think they gave the guys a lot of confidence. I know we hadn't been hitting on all cylinders this spring compared to our fall, although we've had 2 third-place finishes.
Yeah, won 4 of 6 tournaments in the fall. We talked with you earlier this year about that. Eric Lindwall, your golfer from Sweden, really played well at Kings Mill.
Yeah, he's if you ever get a chance to watch any of the players on our team, but Eric's a terrific ball striker, and when he's got his putter going, he can shoot some really low scores.
Will Salih has a stroke average that leads your team, and he was OVC Golfer of the Week back in February. I've noticed that he and Lindwall, one will have a great tournament, and so you're still looking for throughout the team consistency with Will and the rest of the team.
Correct. I think that's the depth of our team. We can still perform and do well with not all of us playing as well as they're capable of. I know Will's really close. He actually yesterday in a qualifier shot 66, so he's definitely really close to his game. And I think as the weather gets better and as we get more acclimated to getting closer to conference, you'll see these guys being more consistent and playing better golf.
I know you told me back in the fall you've been playing so well, you worried, did we peak too early? And with the weather being good in the winter during January, you were concerned about that.
Oh yes. You know, when you did what we did in the fall, go from 100 and something rankings to in the 30s, and which is kind of unheard of for a mid-major and with our schedule, and winning 4 of 6 and playing the way we had, you kind of wonder, can you duplicate that? And I know we couldn't have. It's kind of a dream to do something like that. But they are a very talented group of guys, and they have a goal, and that is to win conference, play regionals, and actually outside of regions go to finals. I think they're very much a capable team, one of my better teams I've ever had. I
look at your roster of the 10 guys on the roster when I was looking through it. Everybody's had a competitive tournament round in the 60s. That's impressive.
Oh yeah, just an example is Kings Mill. We had 4 guys to, two guys shoot 68, 66 in the second round, and 2 other guys shoot the same scores in the final round. So they all could go deep when they got it going.
So the OVC is the goal, and it's in late April, correct?
It's last week of April, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it's the 25th through the 27th at Muscle Shoals, the Fight and Joe Golf Course there in Alabama. We've got all the guys on the team, the travel squad. They've played the golf course. They're familiar with it. So we're excited. We just need to get our game a little sharper, and we'll be ready to go.
All right, good to see you. Hit them straight,
Thanks.
Put them in.
Thank you.
All right, that's Pat Stevens, EKU men's golf coach. Going to be an exciting spring on the links for the golf team. And still ahead, we'll continue our look at spring sports. We're going to talk next with tennis coach Rob Ortel. As the college basketball season comes to an end, we check in with a Hall of Famer at EKU as well on Inside EKU Sports.
ここにチタンウルトラボット5000がございます。
ジミー・ジョーンズ、ジミー・ジョーンズ。
ジミー・ジョーンズ、早く来てくれ。最高だ！ジミー・ジョーンズ、これ早い。
Jimmy John's, freaky fresh delivery.
10 seconds to go. Harper coming forward. Moves in top of the key. 6 seconds to go. The three.
Rupert Stevens joins the EKU Athletics Hall of Fame. He played basketball late 50s, early 60s, and your team had a long home court winning streak over at Weaver. What was it, 38
games? Yes, it was.
Games?
38
Wow.
games at Weaver. Yeah, great streak.
Grew up down in Russell County, came to EKU. What do you remember most about wearing number 23 and playing basketball?
Well, Coach McBrayer.
Yeah.
Okay, great guy, super guy. Not only a great coach, but a great father. He took care of us. He called us his boys, and we was his boys. Yeah. And we played hard for him.
Yeah.
He demanded that, okay? But really respect him. Great individual. I was so proud to get to come to Eastern just to play under Coach McBrayer.
Back then, the team was known as the Maroons.
The Maroons,
I still call them the Maroons
yes.
every so often.
You're exactly right.
You got a great education here, and it really laid a tremendous foundation for what you did later in life at the Kennedy Space Center.
Yes, it was. My education here, I was in mathematics. I went into service, okay, for 2 years, got out, and was at the Kennedy Space Center for 37 years. I helped launch astronauts to the moon on the Apollo series, and also helped develop the shuttle program while I was there. Very interesting, very exciting. It was very exciting to be there. And if it hadn't been for Eastern, would have never been there.
In what way? What did Eastern do for you that, pardon the pun, but launched your career there?
Well, the great education I got in mathematics, and also the knowledge I got, not only in education, but the knowledge to survive in life when you get out of college, okay? Because Coach McBrayer taught us that, okay? But just a great institution here that I really respect, and I always have respected it, and know their education system is tremendous.
If I was going to describe, Rupert, you as a basketball player, what would be your thumbnail scouting report of yourself?
Aggressive, a good defensive ball player, okay? I love to play defense, okay? And I was a pretty good shooter. I could shoot, and I was always got criticized by my coaches that I didn't take enough of shots, okay? But I'd rather play defense, rebound, and get assists than I did scoring, okay? And I always told my wife if I had the time to do over, I probably would have shot a little bit more.
There you go. Congratulations on joining the EKU Athletics Hall of Fame.
Very good.
That is Rupert Stevens, now in the Hall of Sports here at EKU.
EKU is the campus beautiful. The school of opportunity, where you are always welcome. And it feels like home. We're changing how we look, but our mission is still the same: to help you expand your knowledge, discover your passion, and unlock your purpose. Be a Colonel. Your time is now.
Welcome back to Inside EKU Sports. There will be a lot of activity this weekend and beyond at the Tom Higgins Outdoor Tennis Courts, and Rob Ortell is the head coach, both the men and women, and you play 4 straight matches for the men, beginning with Jacksonville State on Friday, Tennessee Tech at Saturday. You have a record of 12-6, playing pretty well.
Yeah, the guys are, they got some nice wins this year. They're a good positive vibe going right now. Wins over Samford, Xavier, Butler, Lipscomb. So the guys are playing well and really looking forward to 2 weekends in a row at home.
You've really got a good doubles team, and Jan Kuling and Sebas Mueller, they're playing very well, if I got their names right. 10-2 on the year.
Yeah, we call him Jan Nick. He's injected a lot of new life into the program, and since he got here in January, we put him at 1 doubles with Sebas. They're the German connection, so they've done great for us at 1 doubles and just brought a great positive vibe with Jan here.
Your number 1 singles guy is Bamf Lyman. He's 16-16, playing in the toughest spot on the team.
Yeah, it's kind of been going back and forth with both Flyman and Mueller playing 1 and 2. So whatever one's hotter, we're going to keep at 1, and whatever one plays 2 is pretty much going to be a money point for us.
So you have 4 straight matches at home. I believe 3 of them are OVC matches. How important is this stretch for your tennis team?
Well, 4 weeks from now we got the OVC tournament,
right.
So we're just ramping up to that, and the men are just 1-0 in conference because of less men's teams and women's teams. So these are big weeks for our men. A lot of conference matches coming up, and Tennessee Tech is the defending champions. They're coming in Saturday, and we can't look too far ahead. We're really excited to get that rematch with them. We lost in the conference championship to them last year, and we can't look too far ahead because Jacksonville State's a legitimate program too, and we got them on Friday. So we got to be careful not to, look ahead too much to Saturday.
Let's go to the women's side. 4 straight matches at home. It begins with Jacksonville State on Friday. And when I look at your team, you're so solid throughout that there's no clear number one. Where you're picking up points is 3 through 5 spots right now.
Yeah, our women's team, our top 4 girls, they're all pretty similar in level. So our money spots right now are 3 and 4. This past weekend we went 2-0 at 3, 2-0 at 4 with Putri at 4 and Vika at 3. So we'll just see how it goes with how the lineup ends up going the rest of the year. But 3 and 4, that middle lineup is our money spots.
You mentioned Putri Dwinta. She's out of Bali, Indonesia, and she has your best record, a junior. What's her game like?
She's just rock solid. She doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and that's the key in college tennis is keep your unforced errors as low as possible because, these aren't pros. They're going to make mistakes, and she doesn't make many, and she's a great competitor, and that's her greatest strength is her competitiveness and low unforced errors.
All right, baseball's at home this week. Tennis, they're going to be hitting the ball around over the nets at the Higgins courts all weekend, right?
Yeah, I heard it's going to be an exciting weekend here on Saturday. A lot of home matches and games going on campus. It's great.
Thanks, Rob. Good luck throughout the rest of the year.
Thanks, Greg.
And
Thanks
into
for
the
having me.
OVC. That's Rob Ortel, the head men's and women's tennis coach at EKU. And as always, we remind you to keep up with the Colonels all season long at EKUsports.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for joining us for another edition of Inside EKU Sports. We'll see you again next week. Inside EKU Sports, brought to you by Jimmy John's. Order Jimmy John's sandwich delivery today. Jimmy John's, freaky fast, freaky fresh.